All right, fashion dolls. All right, I see a question. Wait a minute. Oh, all right, fashion dolls, we are here. Welcome, welcome to an all episode of Style by Stevie. It is Thankful Thursday, February 3rd. Fashion dolls, and joining me today, we have a beautiful Atlanta native, and she's also going to be coming back on the show on the 17th for something very, 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 very special. Make sure you guys tune in on February 17th. That's all I'm going to say. Our very special guest today is the beautiful actress Michelle Shaay. Today I'm giving you guys Bohemian Goddess vibes. I wanted to do something a little different than what I would normally do. The dress is from Fashion Nova. So you guys can purchase this in Miss Stevie's closet. So let me send this invite to my girl Michelle Shaay so that we can dive right into this interview. All right, fashion dolls, let's do it. Give me a sec. I was like, okay, why is it a share? I was like, IG is on some BS, yo. Thank you. Hi, pretty Nikki. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Sky. Hey, brother. Yes, share the live, you guys. Welcome to our new episode of Style by Stevie. Tomorrow joining me, we have actress and dancer. We have Jay Allison. She is going to be joining me tomorrow. And then this Saturday, we have actor Michael Taylor, who's a fresh new face as well, too. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I had to put my fan on because I was a little hot. You guys, it's like in the 70s down here in South Carolina. So I hope you all are doing wonderful and excellent. I just shared this live. Hopefully she should be joining me. It is 2 minutes after the hour. How are you guys doing today? I feel amazing. I know my anxiety has been through the roof lately, but I have been doing better, 100% dealing with it and talking to people. It really, really, truly helps. So I'm thankful for that. And ladies and gentlemen, without special ado, our very special guest, Michelle Shaay. She is here, Fashion Dolls. So let's dive right into this. All right. Thank, thank you so much, pretty Nikki. Thank you. Y'all like Bohemian Chic? That's exactly what I was going for. Welcome, welcome.
Hi. So
Well,
I'm in the dollhouse. I'm in the dollhouse with Stevie.
yes, girl. Happy Thursday. How are you?
Oh, happy Thursday to you. I am fabulous. That's what we do, right? That is
That's
what
right.
we do.
Mhm.
Good to see you. Good to
You
see you.
too. I'm so excited to see you, and we have something very special planned on the 17th. We're not going to give that away. We're going to
Right.
save that for a little bit later. Okay. All right, fashion dolls. We are here with beautiful actress Michelle Shaay. So, how has 2022 been for you thus far?
You know, Miss Stevie, I cannot complain, even with all of the interruptions that we've had, and you know what I'm talking about, all the interruptions, the external interruptions in the world. I really cannot complain at all because, you know, it actually was a catalyst for me to go inward and be a little bit more creative and think outside of the box. Thus, it's put me in this position where I'm speaking to you. I'm living in the moment with you here. I am actually considered a, a storyteller, a filmmaker, a writer, a producer, director. So, you know, everything is going so well. I just cannot say enough about how excited I am about what I'm looking forward to, what I'm really looking forward to on this amazing creative journey. And let me tell you, that's one thing I love about being a creative, and you probably can say the same thing too, Miss Stevie, is that we never know what's around the corner ever. We never know what's around the corner. We never see it. It just, for whatever reason, when the stars align, it just happens, and we find ourselves in some major moments. And I love it. I love it.
Absolutely, 100%. It's been difficult for a lot of us, you know, with everything that has, like you said, all of the things that have been coming up throughout 2021 to now 2022. And to see you still here and you said, okay, you're creative. And we'll get to that because you sent me something. Congrats, girl. I see you are director. And I'm going to say this because this is something that we're going to talk about in our conversation on. All I'm going to say is it's going to be 5 amazing Black women. That's all I'm going to say. And you guys just have to stay tuned. And Michelle is a part of it. That's all I'm going to say. So,
Thank you.
directing and producing. Well, you know, what are your thoughts? Because I asked actress Lanita Harris the same question for you, because you're also not just an actress, you're a director and producer as well too. Do you think that the doors are changing for women of color directors? Like we've got Lena Waithe, we've got Ava DuVernay, and so many others. Do you think that more and more Black directors that are female coming into the industry are shattering the glass ceilings and making the way?
Well, you know, that's a loaded question. It really is. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've always been here. I think what has happened is a lot of the industry realized what they were missing in looking over us and acting like that we didn't exist for a while. And once they found out that me, you, and everyone else craves what we want to tell others about our lives, about our stories, or the stories that we want to tell. Once the moment that they found out that people really embrace what we are doing, they crave our storytelling, they appreciate the fact that we're so real and organic in what we tell, you know, we could not be denied anymore. And that's what I just want to say. I want to say that we've always been here, but I think it's just a situation now where we could no longer be denied. And no matter how we had to maybe knock down the door or create our own door, we just decided that that's what it's going to be, and that's a wrap on that.
And you know who else said that? Same thing about, you know, creating your own path and just going for it. Director, producer Dee Reeves, who produced the film, I think it was Mudbound with Mary J. Blige, where,
Right.
you know, these are people who are free. It's a powerful film. Go and check it out if you guys have not. She talked about that on a panel on Essence Magazine, and they were
Mm-hmm.
asking her, you know, as a woman, as a director, you know, what other options. Queen Latifah even spoke about it as well too. You know,
Right.
the obstacles that women and we as Black women in this industry we have to go through, and just to see it along with Monique and the Netflix situation, it's so much that goes on behind the scene that is not being talked about. So I'm glad that I decided to put 5 women together for this conversation, 5 amazing Black women including myself, to have this conversation, because it's been a while. Like, I can't talk about misogyny and these things with my male co-hosts because
Right.
men have all the privilege and the power. This industry is
Yes.
so male dominated, and it's just like it took a long time for them to realize our worth now. Because I mean, you've got Regina King producing and directing, you've
Mm-hmm.
got Tracy Ellis
Absolutely.
Ross, you've got
Absolutely.
Kerry Washington. I mean, the list goes on and on. So,
Absolutely.
inspiration for you. If you could collaborate with any actor or actress, who would be on your dream team?
Ooh, girl. Ooh. Why would you ask that question? Because it is so many. I mean, you know, I would have to definitely say, as far as direct a dream team. I'm just gonna say dream team. Like we said, we're gonna say dream team. So it's going to be a combination, definitely, of Ava for sure,
Love her.
Angela Bassett for sure, as an amazing just thespian. She's just whoa. And Viola Davis for sure. And I would have to definitely probably say, you know what? I have to throw Hattie in the mix because she did her thing with Bruce. She did her thing with
Yeah.
Bruce. I really enjoyed, you know, that story. I did not expect what I got as far as the story. So yeah, those 4 women to me just rock it every time. You know, they don't have to reinvent themselves at all, but if they ever needed to, believe me, I don't know if we could handle it or not. Because it's always just so amazing just to see what they're going to do next.
Hi, Misha. Welcome. We are here with our girl, Michelle. We're talking about directing, just having some girl chat and things like that. She's also, again, a producer. So we're going to talk a little bit about your project. You are the director for Almost Vetted. So tell us about that. What is it like for you producing this, directing this project?
Well, I just want to say to you, Miss Stephen, I appreciate you allowing me to be here in the dollhouse with you. Now, one thing about me you need to know is I'm a pretty unorthodox person when it comes to just conventional things. For me, I'm so excited about Almost Vetted. And the reason I'm saying that is because there was specifics that went along with that particular film. The film had to be 12 minutes or less. Can you imagine doing a story in 12 minutes or less and making it impactful? So I normally go that way, in that direction. And what I mean by that is against the grain. The entire film was shot, as you know, by me, but I did not use the conventional means of a large ARRI camera, or a drone. I simply used my phone. I simply used my phone and some other equipment that I had, and collaborated and created myself, a space for myself to be able to be seen and showcased. And for me, I wanted to create a story that we can all relate to. We deal with technology every single day of our lives. Sometimes it works well and sometimes it does not. So, so my inspiration behind that film was just that. I always want to be organic. I always want to give something that's different from everyone else, that's just interesting and very simplistic though. The idea, was very simplistic. So because I had certain specs that I had to meet with that particular film, it was just not high pressure for me at all. I just felt like, okay, this is something I want to do. I'm going to do it. And here we are. It's a special mentioned, award-winning, short film alongside my other short film, The Birdwatcher. So,
And that comes into manifestation into full circle. Did you have any idea that your projects were going to be this amazing? You said award winning. So did you have any idea going into it at the writing table, like creating this project?
no, not at all. And that, I'm glad you asked that question, because for me, that's never the main focus at all. When I'm creating, it's never the main focus. The main focus is to definitely just it's just as authentic as I can with the story, wanting to make sure it's organic and that you or whomever it is that watches it enjoys it. That's the reason why a lot of us, the creatives, that's why we do what we do. We like to connect on a different level with everyone, and that's the way we connect, through our work and through our storytelling. So, no, I had no clue. And as a matter of fact, The Birdwatcher came from a short story that I penned months and months ahead of the actual filming of it. And a lot of people don't realize that. I'm a short storyteller. I actually write for a platform called Vocal. So a lot of the inspiration for my short stories or my short films will come from the short story. So Birdwatcher was one of those concepts that came from the short story that I wrote, and decided to put it or make it what you would say a visual. I wanted a visual for it because I had gotten so much, encouragement and commendation for just the short story itself, that no one expected it to be, that popular. So I was like, well, let me give people who love this some more, and that's what I did. And another thing too, Stevie, that you might want to know, I don't know, The Birdwatcher was shot on my birthday. That was something on my bucket list that I wanted to do, so I shot the entire film on my birthday.
Wow. And it's that balance of having to celebrate your birthday and then work on your project, something that you wanted
Right.
to birth and come to life in reality.
Exactly.
It's all about
Yes.
Again, manifestation, and this is perseverance. I spoke about this with Diesel yesterday. He was saying that because, you know, he's done powerlifting and things. And I said, that's that mindset of perseverance. If this is something that you really want to do, put it on paper, put a plan about it. Like when I created Styled, this platform, it was just so out of the moment, just spur of the moment. My mama said, just come up with something, and just out of the moment, right up on top of the head. So put it on paper. And what advice would you give to direct up and coming directors out here? Because I had a friend, I started a horror film, for those of you who don't know. I did The Assistant too, and that project was shot on an iPhone. It was shot on a phone. And when when I seen the project came together, I said, oh my God, this is beautiful. When I seen the trailer and everything. So what advice would you give to up and coming directors out here?
Well, what I would certainly say to anyone who wants to go in that direction, Stevie, is never listen to what someone who's not in your corner is telling you. That's very key. And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes certain people or certain things, they realize your greatness. People realize your greatness, especially your inner circle. They realize your greatness. You have to be not afraid, and you have to be fearless to step out and do something entirely different from someone else. Or, like as we say, you're not reinventing the wheel, but you certainly are putting your spoke and your spin on that spoke. That's what I always say. Okay. I think also it's important for any director, actress, creative, however you want to label yourself, you always want to leave that bit of residue, a good residue, no matter what it is that you're attempting to do, that you leave something. Because whenever you leave that awesome residue, or that they see that, wow, this person is a wild card, we didn't ever see her coming, you know, it makes them thirst for more. So my point to anyone is just keep going. Just keep going. If you have to continue to, even if it takes you months or years to get your project on paper, like I'm saying, like if you, like me, I'm serious. You start it and then you go, oh God, that sucks. You know, you start it and it's like, oh God, that sucks. And then you start it again and it's like, okay, yeah, this is it. This is the one I gotta do something with this. Whatever it is, put it on paper so that you're able to see it. Once you see it, then it's real for you. Once it's real for you, you can execute it any kind of way you want to execute it. And you will be so surprised at the results. And you'll be even surprised at yourself that you were able to do it from beginning to end. So my friends, please just keep going. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to, you know, well, it should be done this way. You know, you still have people that want to put you in a little box, or you know what, maybe that's not going to work. Sometimes that's not really true, and that's not the best advice. I think that trial and error for us as humans, you know, works on many levels, no matter what it is that you're doing. Trial and error, because how will you know if you don't try it? How will you know that? What do you have to compare it to if you don't have trial and error? So just do it, you know, just do no pun intended with Nike at all. Let me take that back. All I'm saying is be progressive in whatever it is that you want to do. Just the progress. And that's another thing too, Stevie, I think, you know, no matter, you know, how slow, and I think that's a lot of mental though, the psyche. Some people feel like, oh, it's slow progress. No, you don't know where you are in the process. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know any of that at all, and it shouldn't matter. Stick to the script. Stick to the script. Stay focused. You know, stay the course. Stay the course. And believe me, Stevie, I've had days when I've thrown up my hands too. And you know, we all have, right? Well, I've thrown up my hands too. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that inner circle. And I never want to be known as a name dropper. So I'll just give encrypted initials if that's okay. Gaw and Tam. Those two persons are my coaches and my mentors and friends. And when I say to you, I can cry with them, I can shout with them, they will hold me accountable every step of the way. My point to anyone that's watching this is that you have to have a support system, and you have to have not necessarily a large team. It doesn't take a large team, but you have to have that support system and a team of people that believe in you and your greatness and your vision. Because there are going to be those days that you will doubt and you will question yourself. I always want to be very, very transparent. When I talk to people, yeah, I have days when I doubt myself. I've had those days, But you know what it is, Stevie? When I started the interview with that power lifter yesterday, I connected with him and you so much because for me, a lot of people don't know, I was in a tragic accident as a teenager when I was 14. A lot of people don't know that. And I shouldn't even be here at all. So even at that moment, as young as 14, it changed my perspective on life, period. It changed me in that I always told myself and made a pact to myself that I would never, ever waste any time on anything or anyone that didn't make me better.
Cut it off and release it. 100%. Cut it off and release it. And that
Right.
basically what Diesel was saying yesterday. He came from his situation when he first started, coming
Right.
into the industry, what he used to do compared to what he does now. And I would have never known. You never know a person's testimony or story unless they open up and they talk to you and tell you about it.
Right.
And that's the power
Right.
of us content creators. We're able to tell people stories, and then it's like there's the consumers, the viewers at home are just like, okay, she said something that I can relate to, or they
Exactly.
said, or he said something that I can relate to 100%.
Right. Right.
This resonates with me because I've been through this 100%. So it's all about
Exactly.
finding that niche. And for me, I try to make it so, where it's like I'm humbling myself as well, but I'm
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
making it personable and a level where people can be like, okay, I've been through the same situation as well too.
Exactly.
What she's saying is
Exactly.
spot on. So that's the purpose of content creators, and that's what we're doing 100%
And that
here. On both.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, we create, I think, and it's so funny to say it, but it's true. It's almost like we do create a safe space. We create those safe spaces for people, and sometimes we don't even realize it. What we're doing is really just a situation and putting people in a safe space, no judgment, just, being able to, even take the opportunity to rethink some things, to look at things in a different perspective, to maybe even change some things about their life or their lives in how and how they manage it. So what we do is very powerful, and I never thought of that really until we began to talk today and about about how I felt in what I was doing. And it's true, Stevie. I again, I my thing is this. We all have done things that we're not proud of in our lives. I mean, that's everyone, okay? Everyone has missed the mark at some point. And if someone tells you that they haven't, well, they're full of, and I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, but you know what I mean. That's not true. So, with that being said, why not take the opportunity every day to do self-inventory, to take an opportunity every day to do something that you've never done before, that you have the gift and talent to do, but you're sitting on it. You're sitting on your gift or talent. And, for me, I just decided that whether it be acting, writing, filmmaking, hosting, whatever it is, whatever avenue or street comes my way, I will definitely be gunning for it all the way. Acceleration, okay? All the way, all the way, gunning it, full throttle.
And that's that mindset that we should have when we're going into these things. And you said something that was very powerful. You said, I shouldn't be here. And the reason why you're here is because it's God. It's his test. It's God. And his
Exactly.
testimony lives through us. When you tell your
Mhm.
testimony, it's him that has made us survive. It's him that has made us keep going. It's him that has
Exactly.
kept us alive to tell the
Yes.
story so that other people can empower and to help other people empower and impact their
Yes.
life through
Right.
whatever it is that they're going through. So yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the thing for me. And we know that, without God, without him, nothing is gonna work. I mean, not the way that you want it to, I'll say that. Not the way that you want it to. At least for me, I know that's been my experience. If I try to do something and don't get guidance, well, it's probably going to be crash and burn, really. And it's not a pretty picture, a pretty sight. But again, I'm just so thankful and honored to be able to share that side of me with people, and that they embrace it. The creative side of me. I will be hopefully following up with something with the bird watcher, since it was very popular. People really enjoyed it. So that's something that I'm looking forward to in doing, working with my team, and just coming up with some other really brilliant short stories as well, so that I can continue with the winner's circle, so to speak. Not that that's the end all be all, but certainly it does help you. It helps you along the way to see, that others that you don't even know, think that you rock. So it's awesome.
100%. All right, fashion dolls. It is about that time. We're going to get into some games here with our girl, Michelle. We're going to do what does she think about that actress next? And then we're going to do the rapid five. She has to tell us 5 things that she can't live without.
Okay. So you ready to do the five?
Yes, we can do the 5.
Okay. Oh, and just a little disclaimer too, Stevie. I meant to tell you, I'm not gonna remove my shirt like the last guest did. That's a different show.
Oh,
Different show. No.
girl, you know
So
we be having the men
right.
sometimes the men be cutting up on this platform.
I wasn't expecting it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had a flashback. Sorry. Okay. So let's get back. So the 5 things. All right. So the 5 things I cannot live without. So we've already covered one, which was God. So second, definitely refined sugar. The third, my cell phone. The fourth, sleep. The fifth, a good and transparent man.
Come on.
Come on.
And I think a lot of women, we definitely can relate to that because we're looking and it's out there. Valentine's Day will be here before you know it. And to the people out there that are single, you'll find love in the least expected places. Don't rush it. Let love come to
Exactly.
you. So yeah. All right. So the next one is I'm gonna name an actress, and you have to give me the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about this actress. Okay. I'm gonna start off with Cicely Tyson.
Majestic.
Mm. All right. The next one is Viola Davis.
Beast.
Angela Bassett.
Goat.
Michelle Faye.
Extra.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. There's
Extra.
nothing wrong with that. 100%. The last actress, last but certainly not least, she's such an amazing actress, Regina King.
Oh, wow. Whew. Just beautiful. And I know that seems just so simple to say, but really, she does. She's like the epitome of beauty, like on every level that you can imagine. Even though I've never met her, and it's very hard to, what you would say, like connect through media, like how we're doing. It's very hard or difficult to do that. But she has a way of doing that, like her energy, she just seems absolutely beautiful in so many ways. That is another actress I would love to have a conversation with one day. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I really do, and my heart goes out to her. It really does. At this time, we embrace our sister, and you know, just I'm just so sorry. But she's a beautiful. She seems to be just a beautiful spirit.
And she hasn't changed a bit ever since 227. She's as big as she got. Nobody expected her to be that big after 227. She just blew up. And the thing about
Right.
it is, she humbles herself. She makes it so
Mm,
personable. Like a
yes.
Taraji P. Henson, Angela Bassett, they have this warm, welcoming spirit about them. They're nothing like the characters that they portray on television.
Oh,
Viola is the same.
absolutely.
When I seen her do an interview with who was it? I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and she
Hmm.
was talking about menopause, and the way she did
Right.
it
Right.
was so human. I would have never. How come we didn't see this side? But when you're in
Yes.
character on screen, the director and the producer expects you to give that 100% and make it
Hmm.
so believable that the viewers at home are just like, wow, they're really like into their character. And then there's sometimes like Lupita, for example.
Hmm.
Lupita, when she did the film Us, she literally said she had to detox from that character because it took so much out of her. And I
Right.
asked Tyrone Nathaniel this question because he did Fatal Attraction on TV One, which is like a
Okay.
crime show. He said for one of the characters, he looked nothing like the criminal that they wanted him to portray. But it was a
Hmm.
scene where he was using the sledgehammer, and the scene progresses on, and
Hmm.
he almost got too caught up in the character, and that happens. So it's like you
It
kind of have to
does.
snap back out of it. Like, okay, I'm Michelle now, I'm a Stevie
Hmm.
now, and has that ever happened to you on a film or project?
Definitely, definitely. And what we actors call it a lot of times is internalizing. A lot of times you're so connected to the actual character that you're portraying, and you want the situation to be where they're not seeing you. You want them to actually see and believe that is that character. So once you've internalized that backstory and internalize who and why the character is doing what they're doing and what their objective is, yes, you can. You can. And so much so that after a project, just like you said, even someone will say, gosh, I didn't know you were that evil. I didn't know you were that, I didn't know you were that mean. I hope you're not. And it's like, well, I did my job. And believe it or not, that is a compliment because it's just like, yeah, I did my job. I did what I needed to do. I needed to be organic, and when we say that, that's what we really mean. When we say organic, we mean that you believe it so much that you cannot wait to see, exactly what it is that this character is going to do next. Or look, if the character even survives, the character may be so evil that they may not even survive. But yeah, absolutely, it has happened to me both in theater and on film.
Yes, and sometimes the actor gets so caught up. It's like, okay, come back to reality. I remember Angela. You said she was one of your faves. She did
Hmm.
an interview with Oprah, and she was talking about Bernadine and Wait and Exhale. And
Yes.
the closet
Yes.
scene, the iconic closet scene. She said
Yes.
it was so cathartic. She said that
Yes.
scene for her was so cathartic. Like she really had to
Mhm.
tap into it and then tap back out of it.
Right.
It really took her there. So it happens.
It honestly does happen, and when it happens, it's so magical on film. That's the beauty of it. when it happens, it is. It's just that magical moment. When you always hear us say living in the moment, that's exactly what we mean. Like, we're living in the moment, but so are you. Whomever is looking, you're living through our eyes, and we're living that particular moment. And you're so right. The iconic scene, the closet scene, and burning that in the car, the trash. Oh my God. I love that. It is trash. I love that. I love it. It was amazing.
And she basically channeled the pain of every woman after their
Yes.
husband has told them that they're leaving them for another woman. When I watched Waiting to Exhale, I was just like, okay, girl, I've felt this way before. I've been this woman before. So yeah, Angela channeled it for all of us, and that again, the characters resonate with the consumers, the viewers,
But
because
you know
again,
what, too?
actors, yeah.
Right. But I was going to say, but you know what, too, Miss Stevie, and you hit a valid point as well, is that she's so connected with so many women. And also, to piggyback on that, who's the writer? Terry McMillan. A beautiful, beautiful author as well, a woman. And that's what I mean about, us telling our stories, whether it's something that we've really gone through, or it's just a little bit of fact and fiction blended together. You know what I mean? To make it dramatic, it just makes it even more special that it was a female story. You know what I mean? A
Yes.
story written by her, and we have these beautiful, amazing actors or thespians that are bringing the story to life. So, we women, again, the greatness and power that we hold, sometimes I think we forget, because what I know is, sometimes you can be so self-absorbed that you forget that we live in this amazing universe. It's an amazing planet, If you just get yourself out the way, as my grandmother used to tell me all the time, you just get yourself out the way. You have no idea what's waiting for you. You have no idea.
Exactly.
And what impact you can have on other people.
All right, fashion dolls. And speaking of women, I'm going to make the announcement here first. Marco is probably going to kill me for this. He said, don't announce not just yet. But this conversation is so good because one of the young ladies who's also going to be joining us on the panel, Alexandria, I don't know if she's still here or not. Shout outs to Alexandria. She's also going to be on the panel.
Hey,
It is going to be 5 incredible women. Michelle is going to be a part of the panel. We've had conversations. I meshed the ladies up. I know the ladies were like, well, who is she? Who is she? Who is she? So yes, the ladies, it's going to be amazing. We're going to talk all of these things that we as Black women in this industry go through, because we know as this year alone, Black women have been through so much in the industry, from the music industry to the acting industry that goes on behind the scenes. And even if you're going to get it from all standpoints, you're going to get it from a woman that works in the fashion industry, a woman who works on the directing side, a woman who's also an actress. You're going to get the side also of women that are into journalism, that do what I do, hosting platforms. So it's going to be 5 women, and it's going to be the new season of Girl Let's Talk. It's been a minute since I've done the show, and as you guys all know, I have male co-hosts. There's certain things as a woman I can't go and kind of talk to them about, but they kind of get it. Thank you, Johnny. I've burned Johnny's ear up and his phone up plenty of time about certain things. So it's just like, it's great to be able to have a conversation with other women about things that you experience. So I can't wait for it. February 17th, make sure you tune in.
I can't wait either. I mean, that seems like it's, oh my God, so far away, but it really isn't. And I am just totally ready for it. I am so ready.
All right. That's going to be our waiting to exhale moment, but it's not going to be 4, it's going to be 5.
Yes. Okay. We need the 5th. We need the 5th one. Yes, we do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let my girl Michelle take it away. Is there anything you would like to tell your followers? Let them know where they can follow you, if you have any projects coming up.
Well, I am the Seasoned Peach. For those that have rocked with me for a long time, they know it's Seasoned Peach. So that's at Seasoned Peach Michelle Shaay, and that is Shaay. If you want to Google me, you can do that. If you actually just want to drop me a line, you can certainly do that by just hitting at Seasoned Peach, and I'll hit you back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that concludes our interview for today. This was such an empowerment. I know the men are like, oh boy, there y'all go talk. But y'all know when women get together, we talk like this all the time. Get a grip. All right,
We
fellas, y'all be
do.
okay. And it was so good having this girl talk with you because it's been so long. I've been surrounded by all this testosterone. I'm like, I need another woman to talk to. So, yes, I love you, Johnny and Marco. But
we know that the estrogen rules every day. We know that. So
yes,
and I so appreciate again this opportunity to be here with you. I cannot wait. I mean, I cannot believe that I can now mark that off my bucket list. I've been in the dollhouse with Miss Stevie.
that part. And she is going to be coming back to the dollhouse. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. February 17th, an all new episode of Girl Let's Talk. 5 Black women. We're all going to be talking about our experiences in this industry, from misogyny, colorism, so many different things.
Yes.
Y'all please tune in 4 p.m., 6 p.m. for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure y'all go and follow my girl Michelle and be on the lookout. Tomorrow we have Jay Allison. We'll have some more girl talk. So it's not
Yes.
over yet. All right. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. And take care, Michelle. Take care, girl.
Oh, well, you too, Miss Stevie. And remember, life is a 24-hour movie.
That part. Y'all heard what she said. Y'all followed the Seasoned Peach. Y'all make sure that y'all are staying tuned here. And February 17th, again, make sure y'all tune in with me, my girl Michelle. It's going to be Alexandria. 5 unique Black women. So y'all please tune in for that. Take care, everyone, and y'all be safe.
Oh.